What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. For those of you that follow the channel, you know up until recently we've been using the P6 Pro and the S22 Ultra as our primary daily drivers, and now ever since the OnePlus 10 Pro has come in, this has kind of taken over in the last week or so. So, having said that, I wanted to give you guys a side-by-side comparison a little more in-depth than what we showed in our original unboxing video of the OnePlus 10 Pro. So, here you go. Here are the three devices. I want to put them right side by side so you can get a good physical view of the dimensions of the device and really see how they differentiate themselves. So right off the bat, you guys can see with the largest body and overall layout and footprint is the S22 Ultra. This has that 6.8-inch display and that much larger, boxier frame just due to the S Pen being included and some of the other additional features on here, causing this to be more of a massive device design-wise than the rest. So, having said that now, by no means is this unmanageable. I think it is a great kind of middle ground as far as for people that don't like the overall screen design on curved displays. I think this is actually somewhat much more manageable for people that want those flatter designs but don't want the boxy look to it as you would get with the S22 regular one or the S22 Plus. Beyond that, obviously, I believe the S22 Ultra still has the fastest fingerprint sensor. I do think that the 10 Pro puts it to the challenge, but I think this still beats it out by a little margin. Now, having said that, obviously, you are spending a little more as this comes in higher than these other two. I truly believe these are much more direct competitors than the S22 Ultra. More so being that not only are they running the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, but the price point is exactly identical. So, both these devices here have a very similar footprint, a kind of slopey design on the side, and run $899 each. Now, camera layout and design is 100% different. You have that visor on the 6 Pro, and what a lot of people are referring to as the stovetop element on the 10 Pro. Obviously, the 10 Pro technically came out back in January in China, just now launching in the next week or so here in the US and other markets, but it is still a new device. It has a lot of additional features that even the Pixel 6 doesn't have, or the 6 Pro. Now, you are getting a very comparable display here. Again, curved edges, not quite so substantial of a curve on the OnePlus 10 Pro, but they are still there, just like on the Pixel 6 Pro. It's been talked about to no extent, obviously. This fingerprint sensor has had some issues, and you can see it is not the fastest on the Pixel 6 Pro, but on the OnePlus 10 Pro, it is much more responsive and a definitely good or better sensor here than what's on the 6 Pro. Unfortunately, too, we know kind of the Google software releases up until April have been really delayed. Unfortunately, they've really neglected the Pro model here and just the 6 series in general, so just something to keep in mind. Hopefully they're righting that ship, and no matter what, it is still better than what OnePlus has been doing recently with their software and their software releases, so just something to keep in mind there as well. You are getting a triple camera setup on these, as well as a quad camera setup on the S22 Ultra, but as far as physical dimensions, this is what you're getting. They all have punch hole front cameras as well. These two devices have 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. They are set to last for a day, supposedly. Remains to be seen. But one thing that neither of these have are that super VOOC or any super fast charging in general. We've seen what kind of pushback people have gotten with Google and their fast charging solution this year, which isn't exact. Nothing even comes close, not even the 45 watts on the S22 Ultra that this OnePlus 10 Pro offers with that 65 watt charging speed. It's amazing. We're probably going to be doing another video here shortly with charging all of these devices up just to show you how substantially better this is at re-upping your charging speed or re-upping your battery percentage. So you can see we're kind of running them down now. We're at 17% here, 41 here, and 26 on the S22 Ultra, so stand by for that as well. I don't want to go into too much details with you guys here, but I'll show you just from a stock standpoint what we have on these devices. from a layout perspective, and they are all very comparable in their own way. But again, you can see just that different size and dimension on the S22 Ultra. This screen is by far still the best quality screen. It gets the brightest at almost up to, I think, a peak brightness of 1700 nits, as opposed to, I want to say, about 13 on the OnePlus 10 Pro. None of these will give you an issue in bright daylight, but the 6 Pro is coming in at the lowest of the bunch. If there's anything specifically you want to see, obviously we'll have camera comparisons as well coming up. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll be sure to touch on those in the next video. Aside from that, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.